from SmocketyFrocks.com, and I'm going to show you today how to make a high chair helper. This old high chair is an antique. My mother sat in here when she was a baby, and I sat in here when I was a baby, and my little children have all sat in here, but the only thing about it is there's no seat belt to hold the little rascals in when they try to slither out. So I'm going to show you a very simple way to sew one today. And my friends at allfreesewing.com asked me to demonstrate how simple it is to sew this high chair helper. The first thing you're going to need are 3 bandanas. And this is what the high chair helper is going to look like when it's through. But you're going to start with 3 full-size bandanas. The first one is going to be folded into 3 parts. And I just picked thirds because I thought that looked like about the size of a little tiny hiney. And this is going to be the seat that the child sits in. And the other 2 bandanas are going to be folded in half diagonally like this. And then you're going to fold it up and roll it like this, like if you were going to make a bandana like when you were in junior high and wanted to be like Rick Springsteen. Oh, no, not that I ever did that, of course. So anyway, your high chair helper, the first thing we're going to sew is this is going to be the belt that holds it onto the back of the high chair like this. And this will be tied back here. This is the seat that the child sits in, and the other bandana is going to be sewn at this part, and it will tie around the child's waist, and it'll be like a little seat that the child sits in, and he won't be able to escape. Okay, come with me and let's see how we sew it together. So now I'm going to show you how to sew the high chair helper together. You've got your piece that the child sits on that's folded into thirds. You've got the belt that's going to tie onto the high chair, and I put that right at the end, and I'm going to fold this over, and I'm going to sew a rectangle to hold that securely together. And I'm just going to start sewing and go all the way around a straight stitch, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Turn it. And sewing it on 4 sides will keep it from tearing. It'll hold it securely because it's going to have a baby sitting in there. You want it to be strong. And I'm going to turn and make my last side of the rectangle. Back stitch a little bit to keep that from coming out. Cut. Okay, and now this is going to tie to the back of the high chair. Now we're going to take our other piece that we folded like a headband, and this is going to go around the child's stomach, so it needs to be a little bit lengthier than what the bandana is giving us. So what I do is I fold this in half, and I'm going to cut it in half like this, 2 parts, and I'm going to put it at the other end of the seat portion of the bandana, and I'm going to fold it over just like I did for the top, only I'm going to give it this much more room. So it will go around the child's stomach. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did at the other end. Whoops, this came out. Okay, this part goes under here. And this is the belt that's going to go around the child's waist. Back stitch a little bit, make sure that's secure. Okay, let's see how the high chair helper works in the high chair. You'll notice that these ties, one is shorter than the other one. The shorter end goes around the high chair, so it will stay in here and work like a seat belt. And the longer end is going to go around the child's stomach. Let's see how the baby likes it. So you sit the baby in, you bring this up around the baby's waist, and you tie it around the back of the high chair. And now the baby is trapped, and you have made a very simple high chair helper or a seat belt for an antique high chair, since they don't come with seat belts. You like that, baby?